Rolling.
Hello, sweet people on planet Earth. Today I'm with
Jacob.
From
Wunderhorse.
3FM.
A lot of Dutch people don't know you yet, which is a shame. Can you catch them up?
Can I catch him up?
Give them a little
sum
recap.
up Wunderhorse. Oh, we're a band. We got 2 albums out. I don't know. Some people like the first one. Some people like the second one. We play live shows. We try and give it everything we got. That's about it, really. That's my job description.
That's good. I would hire you, I think.
Oh, good. You're the first person to ever say that.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you have like a side job, side hustle?
I've had a few jobs. Actually, I held down a job for a year as a surf coach, but that's the longest I've ever had a job.
Oh, I was stalking you last night because research. I saw that. What's the story with that?
Oh, with the surfing, I've surfed ever since I was about 9 or 10 years old.
But you're from England, right?
No, you can surf in England. You can surf in Cornwall. It's because it sticks out the bottom. It gets all the swell from the.
Did you learn it from your family then, or no?
Well, no, we used to go down there when I was a kid, and I got introduced to some sort of local people, and I got taught by this guy called Mandy, who I'm still friends with to this day. He's like 40 now, and I'm obviously, but he was like 22 when he taught me.
But you took like a gap year from making music?
Well, just there was nothing really happening, and then COVID happened, and I like surfing a lot, so I kind of just wanted to give some time to that and just do that for a bit,
That's why you're not seasick right now.
No, I like the water. I like it a lot.
I'm just very curious. You don't want your show to feel like a routine.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you, I don't know, like avoid it?
You do things to throw other people off. So like I'll start doing something we haven't rehearsed, and everyone will kind of look at each other like, what is he doing? And then everyone's and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. What it does is it means that you're suddenly on your toes again. You're not just doing something that's super well rehearsed, and you're not on autopilot. If I like start playing something that none of the band have heard before, suddenly everyone has to wake up, and I've got to wake up and listen to what they're playing, and they've got to listen to what I'm playing, and suddenly you're awake again, and that leaves more room for something unexpected to happen.
That asks some trust as well from your bandmates.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it goes horribly wrong, but sometimes it's good, and I think it's good to keep that risk. I think nowadays lots of bands it's play the songs, do the things, say the same thing you say to every crowd, and it's just I think if I started doing that I'd lose faith in what I was doing. But I'd have to try and keep it, at least for me, like I'm experiencing something real up there, and then hopefully that'll translate, rather than just being like, hey, how you doing? And even if you don't feel like saying that, I'd rather say nothing and put it into the music. I don't know. It's just me though.
You're quite spiritual, right?
Spiritual?
Yeah.
I don't know. Define spiritual.
I read something about philosophy.
Philosophy?
Buddhism as well.
What? Where did you read that?
I've read Reddit,
read
I've read Google, I've read everything.
Fuck me, some people
TikTok.
on the internet. TikTok, wow, that's a hole you don't want to look into.
I know, that was very intrusive.
Yeah, Buddhism, what, really?
Yeah. Don't look at me, look at your fans.
I got nothing against Buddhists, but I wouldn't put myself in that camp. I don't know anything about Buddhism.
You're so quiet though, so calm, collected.
Calm and collected. Wow. Yeah. You should ask some people that know me. I don't know.
Maybe Buddha has it from you.
Maybe I need Buddhism.
Yeah, maybe this is a sign. This is your sign.
I'll go off and I'll go quit music and live a sort of monastic existence somewhere.
How does faith for you look? How does it feel? Being real is something I'm hearing.
Just like meaning what you're doing. I think that's it. Like you're kind of chasing that thing of when you first wrote the song and you played it together for the first time, and there's that vitality to it. I'm trying to claw even a little bit of that back.
But that seems also very, I don't want to say draining, but to get in that headspace every time again. If you go in your show and every time in that headspace and you give everything with almost like your body remembering these emotions as well, how do you, I don't know, make it healthy for yourself?
It's not very healthy. It's not a very healthy line of work, I don't think, but that's okay. I think.
Is it?
Well, it is. For now, there might come a point where I have to do it differently or something. But at the moment, I'm sort of hanging on to trying to keep it as intense as possible for myself when I'm up there. Otherwise, I just feel like we've come all the way here. Might as well try and make it as real as possible for me and for the guys and for the audience. But yeah, it is definitely draining. But I guess you kind of have to make some sort of peace with that, or you just change how you do it. But I think I don't want to do that yet.
Do you have like a routine that you stick to? What do you do after a show when you've been in that headspace? And
after a show, usually just sit down for about half an hour and decompress, do whatever you need to do to sort of come back down.
How do you write your music?
I don't know. Sometimes it all depends.
Very big in storytelling for me.
Stories. Yeah. I think that's always been something that's sort of at the core of the writing. Maybe that should change a bit. You kind of start running out of... I don't want to just like pretend, you know, if I run out of stuff to say, I'd rather say nothing. Myself, do something I haven't done
Almost
before,
like
you know.
experimental.
Who knows?
Are you a studio writing session guy?
I just do it when it feels right, you know. Usually, I think if I sit down and go, right, I'm going to write something, it doesn't really happen like that. Like it's got it. Some people can do that, you know, and they do it well, and I envy them. I kind of have to. Something usually has to happen and hit me between the eyes, where I go like, oh, fuck, I have to sort of digest that in some way, and usually writing's part of that process.
These last few years been very fast. In my eyes, a lot of shows. D.C. Fontaines. Do you say it right in English? This is my
Fontaines.
second.
Yeah.
This is my second interview in English ever.
Oh, really? Well, you're doing a good job.
Was it too fast almost, or was it a good pace?
Yeah. Sometimes it's a bit quick, you know. Sometimes you don't really get time to process what's happening. But it's good, you know. I mean, we sort of spent the last 10 years working to get to this point, sort of in the shadows. So it's nice that now in the last sort of 18 months, people have started to pay a bit of attention to what we're doing. So you know, you deal with the pace of it because it's what you've always wanted, you know.
Are you someone that can accept the love and the success?
Yeah. I think definitely live. Live, I can feel it when people sort of respond. That feels good. That feels like what it's all about. To me, at least it was. That's what it's always been about for me. And it's kind of weird, the engagement sometimes, like online and stuff. That's a world I'm not really that comfortable with, and don't really try not to engage with. I just don't think it's got any depth to it. If I could, I'd be off it.
Are you off it?
Personally,
yeah.
You know, I see into it through the Wunderhorse sort of socials, but if I could, I'd totally get rid of it. Maybe one day we will.
It's so weird nowadays. I hear from a lot of artists, they're like, I don't like it, it's not good for my mental health, but you have to do it right now.
Yeah, well, people say you have to do it. You know, you have to do it if you want to tick certain boxes. But I think after a while, you know, I can see how people just get sick of it and go, well, even if it's at the expense of my career, like, it's not, I don't know, it definitely gets in your head. I think social media basically changes who you are. If you're on it.
It's not healthy to be like, see so much about yourself as well, right?
No.
You've worked for the last 10 years. Next year's, what would you like them to be?
I'd like to keep making music. I want to give more time to writing compared to the amount of time that's made to tour and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I love playing live, but I don't want to be doing that at the expense of writing whatever the next thing's going to be, and I don't want to fall out of love with it because of that, you know. So I'd like to make more space to you know, do the next sort of creative project, and maybe play with other people too, you know.
Nice.
Like, I remember I was lucky enough years ago, I played a few gigs with that band Wooloo.
I don't know them.
Like, you got to check them out.
Yeah?
Yeah. They were so out of my league musically. They were so good, and even just playing with them for like a couple of shows and rehearsing with them like stretched my musicality. I'd like to maybe do something like that again, you know. That's where cool. I'm just out of my comfort zone with people who play in a totally different way. I think that's good to always be learning. I'd like to be the sort of stupidest person in the room, you know.
I'm the same.
No, that's the way to be sometimes.
I think I've been through my questions. Is there something else you want to tell?
No, it's all right. I think you've probably covered everything.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I like. Thank you and your dog.
My dog, yeah, lives on my head.
Rest in peace.
3FM.